From beyond the veil of centuries, their voices still echo, each one a spark, a vision, a truth carried through time. This is Voices Beyond Time. Today we step inside the vision of Teresa of Ávila. The walls of the convent are silent, but within her heart, the silence is alive. Teresa of Avila kneels in her small cell, her hands folded, her mind suspended between heaven and earth. Her breath is steady. The candle beside her trembles, and then, light. Not the light of the sun, a light that blooms from within, that dissolves the boundaries of flesh and thought. Teresa was no stranger to struggle. Before the visions came, there were years of doubt, illness, and exhaustion. She questioned her faith, her body, and her place in a world ruled by men who called her weak and hysterical. But in that weakness, she discovered a strength that no earthly power could touch. "I saw an angel close by me," she would later write, "on my left side, in his hands a great golden spear, and at the point there seemed to be a little fire. That fire would become her life's mission, to awaken others to the presence of the divine, not beyond the clouds, but within themselves." The 16th century was an age of reform and revolution. Spain burned with faith and fear, and in the heart of it all, Teresa dared to speak not to the church, but to God directly. She described her ecstasies, her trances, her divine union, in language so intimate that even the Inquisition trembled before it. Her writings were not sermons, but confessions, not doctrine, but longing. When she wrote, her pen did not scratch the page, it burned through it. "God alone is enough," she would whisper in her moments of pain. Everything else, wealth, titles, power, dissolved into dust. Only the soul remained, reaching upward, trembling in its love for the divine. Her visions were not peaceful, they were ecstatic, consuming, even terrifying. She felt herself pierced by light, undone by love, her heart breaking open until she no longer knew where she ended and eternity began. And yet, Teresa never lost her humanity. Between her visions, she managed convent finances, comforted the sick, wrote letters, and even laughed with her sisters. The divine did not pull her away from the world, it sent her deeper into it. Each stone she touched, each breath she drew, became part of her dialogue with God. For Teresa, holiness was not escape. It was attention. To the smallest sound, the smallest act, the smallest whisper of grace. She once said, "It is love alone that gives worth to all things." That was her secret, not ecstasy, not visions, love, as fierce as fire, as gentle as breath. Centuries have passed, and her voice still moves through the corridors of time. A woman who spoke with angels, who challenged empires, who taught that heaven begins not after death, but the moment we open our hearts. Today, her words still guide seekers through silence, doubt, and longing. Not because they promise answers, but because they awaken wonder. And if you listen closely, in the stillness between your thoughts, you may hear her too, a whisper, a spark, a vision that says, "All things are passing. God never changes." And in that truth, she found eternity. This has been Inside Teresa's Vision from Voices Beyond Time. If her story spoke to you, remember to like this video, subscribe, and share which figure you'd like to hear next. Until next time, listen closely. The past still speaks.